Hello there, welcome to lesson 2 of module 4. Now in this lesson it's going to be a bit of a long one, but I'm covering the whole core of actually advertising. Now what I'm covering is actually your criteria. What are you looking for? What kind of content are you looking for which is suitable to advertise? Okay, now I have already shown you what content to find earlier on, but you know, I want to refine that. I want to go over it again, and I want to just make it clear to you what content can actually be advertised on Facebook. Now, at some points, I might actually be repeating myself from the previous video, but you know, it's good. It's good. It's reassurance, and it will make you more certain, and you know, on what you're doing, and you'll be more clear on what you need to do and what kind of content you need to look for. Okay, so when finding contents, there's a few things you want to there's a few things you want to avoid. Now, the first thing I would say is, okay, there's a lot because it's so vague. There's so much, but there's some things I know which you will come across every time you look for content, and these are the big things and big issues with Facebook. Now, what you can also do is, and I'll attach a link hopefully to the bottom of this video, which would be the Facebook advertising policies. In that, it covers everything you should not promote. But I want to cover some ones that you'll probably come across, and I want you to know it's a big no-no straight away. So one thing is no cure related articles. Okay, there's no such thing as a cure. Okay, when you're doing content, you're not doing such things, and because we're not selling anything, we're not selling no pills, we don't even need to take the risk of selling these guys a bloody cure on content. Okay, we don't want to promote an article which says, oh, if you read this in this article we are giving away a cure for cancer. No, 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 no. You do that, you're gonna get yourself banned from Facebook. It's very simple. So no cure related articles, no cure to anything, whether it's cancer, whether it's a flu, whether, you know, it's anything. Just don't use that word cure. Second thing is no claims and no promises. Okay, what I mean by this is, you know, you're not going to promise anyone anything. You're not going to tell them that once they read this article, they will become rich. You won't say that once you read this article, you will make $300 a day. You will not claim that 10 people read this article and their lives changed. They became millionaires, or, you know, cancer walked away from them. They are cancer free now after reading this article. No false claims and no false promises. Okay, content is meant for entertainment purposes. We're not here to change people's lives. We might uplift them, we might motivate and inspire them, but we are not here to change their lives. We just want good content which has the potential of going viral, something people are going to enjoy reading, something you yourself would read and would be interested and would share it because of the nature of the content. Okay, no claims, no promises, no cure related things. I mean, you know, I mentioned the cure. I should have just put that in with the claims, because it is, you know, it's a claim that, oh, you know, you've got the cure to cancer. Nothing like that. And, you know, just knowing this, knowing that there's no claims, no promises, you'll know from there that all the content, you know, whenever you find content, you look for content, you'll just know what not to look for, what not to promote, and what to promote. And obviously, if you have any further questions regarding that, you just pop your article, the content you found, into the group, and I will just approve or disapprove them. Okay. Now, the second thing with content is, when you find an article, you want to be sure that there is a target audience for it. Okay. Now, what do I mean by this? You'd imagine that everything has a target audience. But then again, let's say you've seen an article, you've seen an ad on Facebook today, and in this advert it says, a boy stands outside of the mall, you know, 5 hours a day. Watch what happens next. Okay, now there's a video. You click on the ad and there's a video. Okay, and no one knows what's going to happen there. The way you get people to click on the ad is by creating that curiosity by saying watch what happens next. But who are you going to target? A boy stands outside of the mall 5 hours a day. Watch what happens next. There's no one you can target, is there? You can carry on thinking about it, but there is no target audience for such things, and we see such content every single day. Now you'd wonder, how did these people get them, such content to become viral? That's because they have a viral fan base. Their fan base is of such a nature that they're not here to look for cancer articles, they're not here to look for gaming articles, they're just here for interesting content, something which will potentially make them laugh, something which could make them cry, something which could make them happy, something which will just shock them, as I just mentioned the word shock. No, none of your content should include the word shock, or should it create shock. I mean, the word and the idea of shock should not be within the ad, okay? There's no such thing as shock. You will not be saying, oh my god, I am so shocked after reading this article. Oh, this article is so shocking. It is so shocking what this medicine can do. None of that. The other thing with content, do not, do any defamation of brands. Do not mention any single brand's name, okay? Whether it's McDonald's, whether it's KFC, okay, whether it's BMW or Mercedes, you will not mention brand names, okay? Brand names are risky. They're not, there's so much content out there that, even if there was a good article on McDonald's or Mercedes, we do not need to use it, because we can find good content in any other niche, right? Okay, so no defamation of brands, no claims, no promises, okay? And back to what I was saying about finding, an audience which, you can, there's people you can actually target, certain interests. Now, I gave you the example of a boy standing outside the mall, and 2 minutes later, I guarantee that you thought of no interest you could actually target for that. However, now let's say this is one of my articles I've given away in the past. 10 warning signs of prostate cancer you shouldn't ignore. Straight away, the target audience, because it's in the title. Okay, prostate cancer. You see what I did there? 10 warning signs of prostate cancer. And it actually, in the title, I just realized it says men should not ignore. Now, prostate cancer, okay, number 1. Men get prostate cancer, okay, number 2. Now we know we need to target men, and we need to target the interest of prostate cancer. Now, with the cancer-related interest, we can also target other cancers related to prostate cancer, let's say. Now, on Facebook, the moment you type in one interest, it gives you a bunch of related interests, and you can keep clicking them. As long as it's within cancer, and it's a man's cancer, male cancer, by all means click it and add it to the audience. You can easily build up an audience from there, but the key is in the title, okay? If you do not see your target audience within the title of the article, that is not an article you should run. As viral as it may be, if you cannot spot a target audience for it, do not run with it. Know your target audience before you upload the article, before you start advertising, alright? So, I mean, I've given the task already for you to find your content. Just review your content and see, does all of this content have a target audience? And if so, then by all means, keep it, and let's move on to the next lessons, and let's actually start getting some advertisements set up for your content. Alright, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next lesson.